carbonic acid. So it erodes cells.
Like premature age. Premature, yeah.
Yeah, once you kill the cells, yeah, you're going to prematurely age. Clogs up the system, clogs up your arteries, colon, chest.
So that's sugar, in other words.
Right, because starch converts into sugar. Right. That's why sugar and starch are the two worst enemies of the body.
Cholesterol building.
Right, that comes from meat. It don't come from starch, that comes from meat, cholesterol. Okay. So it's easy to cure cholesterol, stop shoving it in your mouth.
That's like, I was told it was greasy foods and fatty foods.
Fatty food, fat. So any meat that you eat, you're eating fat, because you can't cut fat off of meat. It's all intertwined through the muscle.
Also, to add to that though, your liver makes cholesterol. So your liver does that as a defense mechanism. When your artery wall becomes dry and cracked up, the liver gets a signal. It sends cholesterol into the bloodstream to fill in the cracks in your wall. And that's due to certain minerals and vitamins that your body may be deficient of. For example, vitamin C, L-lysine, those type of vitamins and amino acids your body may not get through its diet. It will begin to crack the wall, and the signal will continue as long as you don't get that particular minerals or amino acids. So you can, you'll change your diet in a sense, but say you're still not getting enough vitamin C. Say you're not still getting enough L-lysine. Your body will still send that signal to the liver. You see what I'm saying? So it's also dealing with mineral deficiency.
And what does fasting do? Because I believe it purifies the blood, right? And what else does it do as far as, other than a faith builder, I was told. But as far as its effect on the body, it burns off fat and stuff like that. Any impurities in it casts it out, doesn't it? Think.
You're answering the wrong question.
Okay.
What kind of fast do you do?
What kind of fast?
Well, myself, when I fast, I would fast with just nothing, not even water. But I would do it maybe for a couple of meals, for a couple of meals that day for about 3 or 4 days, if I go that long. It's always been a struggle, but I figured just because if you get sick, you don't want nothing to eat. So that's a way to show you what quality fast do. Something can happen to you psychologically. You won't eat. You can lose a child. You won't eat. Remember with David, when he was reading the Bible stories, and when his son died, he just wouldn't eat. He lost all his appetite until one day he just, once he grieved and lamentated it, then when he came around and he said he'll take a little to eat, as his body got back wanting to eat.
Piggyback off your point, I used to raise guard dogs for the government, and whenever my dogs get sick, you could not feed them meat. They would eat grass.
Okay.
Which is herbs. They usually write herbs to eat. Okay. Which would help them throw up. Okay. So when you're fasting, it's not good when you first start fasting to not drink water. Okay? Because what you're doing then is that all the poisons and toxins in your body that's causing the problem is just staying. Actually, the fast magnifies it. It makes old poisons that LSD you took during the 60s become alive again and puts this stuff back into the bloodstream. Then it's going to go wherever the blood goes.
Where has it been all that time?
Laying dormant.
Where?
In the colon, in in your intestines, in your colon, okay? The body would store these poisons up in out-of-the-way places like joints. Okay? You know, you can't use it, so automatically your body defense system says, okay, this poison just entered the body, ain't supposed to be here. We got to do something with it before it reaches the vital organs. So it'll take it and store it in out-of-the-way places like gonorrhea, for instance. Okay, you may conceive it or get it from. Don't have to be through sex. You can get it from an animal that ate a plant, the gonococcus. Plants. These things came from plants. Then you ate the animal that ate the plant. Now it's in you. What the body does is to make it not be alive, is to store it in out-of-the-way places. It will kill the germ, but the poison is still there.
So if you drink that water,
joints.
so if you drink that water during your fast, what does that do?
It's flushing the poisons out. Because if you're not eating, then the body will begin to consume itself. First the fat, then muscle. So it can be dangerous if you are fasting and you're not consuming water or some type of nutrient, not food, but in a liquid form.
So you're saying you can go on the fruit fast, or you can, you know.
Well, I used to do fruit fasts. I don't recommend them anymore because fruit has a lot of sugar in it. And that's why a lot of times when you fast, because I'll fast it up to 90 days, 3 months, like what he was saying. I used to do that. And when you fast that long, you think you'll be weak, but you won't be weak. You know, I had tremendous amount of energy. But then you have to look at when you're fasting off of fruit juices and carrot juice and all that kind of stuff, and you feel real good, or you're eating wheatgrass and you feel good, it's because of the starch and the sugar. That's what's giving you that instant gratification. You know, you feel good, you feel like you got this energy.
Then he said carrots are hybrid. So,
Carrots are hybrid.
so what is he saying?
The Dutch made carrots up in Holland because up in that part of Europe they were suffering from not enough vitamin A in their diet, not enough beta-carotene. So they would go down in the tropical areas in Africa and get the wild yam, which has those things naturally. But the yam wouldn't grow up in that part of Europe. So what they did was they took a herb that grows up there, the Queen Anne lace, better known as the yarrow. And they took the wild yam and the yarrow in the laboratory and tied them together. Okay? And so the result of that is a carrot. Okay? And you see the carrot is the color of the red yam. Okay? And it looks like the Queen Anne lace. The tube on the Queen Anne lace, the yarrow, looks like a carrot. The root of it looks like a carrot. So that's where your carrot comes from.
So you would recommend fasting with what? Just water, or some form of soy protein or something?
No soy, period.
Oh, okay.
No soy, period. I recommend starting the fast, first of all, maybe doing a 3-day fast. Anything over 10 days is what we consider as a long fast. And when you get into a long fast, then you have to take a certain amount of time to come out of that fast. You can't stop your fast and then go get a